Hi, let's examine title transfer by adverse possession.
I've been loving you, yes
Transfer by adverse possession. Adverse possession is when someone other than the owner takes control and ownership of a property. By providing proof that all aspects of ownership through adverse possession has been met, ownership title will be legally transferred by the courts to the new owner without that new owner having paid for the property. The taking of the property is in opposition to the original owner's desires. It is transfer by involuntary alienation. Conditions for adverse possession. To take property by adverse possession, the following conditions must be met. The taking of the property must be hostile, meaning without the permission of the original owner. The property must have been taken by actually possessing the property through physical occupation. This occupation of the property must be open and notorious. It may not be hidden. The person taking the property must have possessed the property for at least 7 years, which includes having paid taxes on the property during that time period. With all of these conditions met, the person making the claim will fill out a return form with the property appraiser asking for the transfer. Conditions for adverse possession summarized. It involves the hostile taking of the property without permission, and it must be actual possession physically of the property. The possession must be open and notorious, meaning the possession is obvious to onlookers and not hidden, and must have continued continuously for a period of 7 years. And the property taxes must be paid during that entire 7-year period by the person claiming the property. And the official claim of title is made through a written instrument provided through court action. Adverse possession is one topic that gets most real estate students excited. The idea of just being granted property is kind of like winning the lottery, but it really isn't so simple. All the aspects must be met, yet it doesn't have to be intentional. For example, a neighbor may be confused about property lines. And the word notorious often makes students think about entering a property with guns blazing. Instead, it may simply mean without the original owner's permission. Actual possession can be proven by having cared for or improved the property, or it could mean putting up a fence so it doesn't necessarily require living on the property. Notorious means that the original owner can tell that someone is tending to the property. If you are an owner, be sure to keep an eye on your property. I had a grandfather and great aunts that jointly inherited 100 acres in Kentucky. The land wasn't part of his farm, and it did require him driving out to the property to keep an eye on it. So he made a point to do that on a regular basis. He also occasionally flew over the property. He had a small airplane. And if you do allow someone to use your property, get it in writing. This is not only to defeat a claim about adverse possession, but also any claim about a forced easement, a topic talked about later in the section of the course. If you have any questions about ownership, always consult an attorney.